Hello and welcome to the Famicast 156. Viewers just got a little extra treat there, trying something new out here with the technology. I am JC, obviously, and joining me, as always, is my best friend in the whole world, Mr. Cat Drugs himself, Ty Sugar.
It's me!
The boys are back. And the other boy, who is also back, is Sairus Delaney.
Yeah, this is how I get. I'm the other guy. This is the last time I invite you onto the games that made us.
No,
Wow.
you're drawn for best friend. I can't choose between you.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
are
get wrecked, Danny.
who? Two of my best friends in the whole world who'd never let me down, always here to support me, and always got my back. You know, never desert me, never let me down. You know, never just drop out for no reason. Best friends in the whole world.
That's me.
Thanks
Right.
for joining me, guys. So yeah, we've got a special episode. We're trying all sorts of crazy shit this time. Who knows if it's going to work or not, but bear with us. If it does work, it's going to be amazing. Even if it doesn't work, it's still going to be amazing. Because all the best people are here, right?
Yeah.
Right. Eat shit, Danny.
My personal experiment for the show is checking out this new Halo I have in the video version. 'Cause this
Oh, right,
moon
yeah.
is-
What's that about? Is that
I
a
think
new...
it's some kind of moon, but
Okay. Okay. Right. Not visual effect. So yeah, if you're watching live, there's an indie direct about to go live in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. We are planning on watching it as part of the show. We're not going to do it live because it's actually going to overlap with New Business. So we're going to start with New Business, and then we're going to watch it all together. So if you want to delay watching the indie direct, then watch it with us later. That'd be awesome. But if not, you know, watch it whenever. Do what you please. But let's start with the newest of all businesses, Badaboosh. So, Sairus, seeing as that asshole Danny hates you and always puts you last, I'm going to put you first.
oh, you are my best friend.
There you go.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing new business this week, but I've got some new DLC for old games. That's
Ooh,
the same thing, right? And
it is the same thing.
so in a rare feature, I'm going to talk about Power Rangers Battle for the Grid because
Never heard of it.
yeah,
Good game.
good game. So that game just got some new DLC. It got Lord Zed, the final DLC character in season 1, and kind of in a
Oh, that guy from Superman, right?
yeah, exactly that guy, Neil before
Ah.
Zed. And
Neil before Zed, exactly.
he's one of the bad guys from the first season. He was like the big bad guy who came after Rita. And if you're brushing up on your Power Rangers lore, and
Rita, what's her name again?
Repulsa.
Repulsa, there you go.
Beloved villains for
Yeah.
90s kids.
I really can't believe she's not playable yet. Like, I think she's probably one of the best Power Rangers characters there is, and they haven't put her in.
She was in the that awful modern movie, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like played by what's her name? I don't know. She was the Green Ranger in that movie. It was kind of weird.
True fact. I actually tried to watch that on Netflix Japan, and it's forced dubbed into Japanese only. There's no English dub.
That's kind of a fun situation for a Power Rangers
is.
movie.
And do you want to guess what they say when they transform?
Uh-oh.
Super
What do you think they would
Sentai.
say? What would you expect them to say in a Japanese, Power Rangers movie?
I'm rooting for you.
Henshin.
Lombard.
No, it would be henshin, right? Henshin is like, transform, what they say in all the...
Shinagogo.
But no, they actually said the English phrase, "It's morphine time."
Hell yeah, I love morphine.
Morphine time, exactly. It really was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
And-
just like that movie.
Yeah, I was referring to the movie itself
Yeah.
and that line.
And speaking of movies and cutscenes, along with Lord Zed, they included a new chapter of the story mode, which was kind of
Finally.
unexpected, to be honest. I thought they'd never do that again. And,
There's a story mode in this game?
yeah, it's like fully voice acted. It's multiple chapters, and it's like I guess every time they get the characters they need for the story mode, they add a chapter to it.
So wait, so this is like, is it voice acted by the actual original people?
They get a bunch of them, like Tommy Oliver, the guy who plays him. He does nothing except random Power Rangers guest appearances now.
That's all he's got.
Yeah, so he voices a bunch of a couple of characters in it, and they get like the Pink Rangers back, and a lot of the cast who aren't dead or in prison, they come back. So
You're talking about real life situations here.
yes,
not the story in the game.
yes.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's good. Like this is like such a crazy love letter to Power Rangers. I know I'm always going on about it, but it really is bizarre that this game exists in 2019. But there you go.
And you are always going on about it.
Yes, I am. It's great.
Clear about that.
And so the other new business I had very quickly was I got the new Street Fighter V DLC characters, and they're good times. There's have any of you ever played Final Fight 3 on the Super
Hell
Nintendo?
yeah, that's a good fucking game.
Yeah, so like one of the characters is from that. Lucia is one of the like. That's a pretty.
I was genuinely excited because I knew who it was instantly. I'm like, woo, Lucia.
I don't think I've actually ever played a Final Fight. Lucia made me realize, so I should probably do that.
Yeah, you should play through them. They're good games.
But what was made me very happy is I finally, after several years of having like a broken cable for my arcade stick, I finally repaired it. I have a working arcade stick again.
Wait, is that the really weird input or the really weird cable?
Yeah, it's got like an Ethernet cable on one end and a USB on the other. And
right. What the fuck is that?
It was the future, according to the guy who sold me the stick, and
like you told me once. I think you like showed it to people. It's like, can I get one of these? And they look at it like you just like fucking tore your own head off and handed it to them. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I went to multiple shops like in Akihabara, like for all of their cable selling shops. That's all they do is sell cables to people, and they had never seen this particular combination. So I finally bit the bullet, got a crimping tool, got some new RJ45 heads, and I went to town on that cable.
Oh, yes, homegrown. So it's done.
Yeah, so it's good times. And as this video, we're testing out new tech, like we said. If you've got the video version, you can see some of the new DLC characters. Look at this nonsense Marvel stuff going on.
Yeah, we got wall bounces.
He's basically Matarasu. He's got full screen supers that come in delayed. And this pink Time Ranger. And yeah, it's cool. So all y'all, go buy Power Rangers. It's like really cheap and really good, and I need more than one other guy in ranked mode to play.
Wait, who made this game?
Oh, I think Ty might have heard of them. There's
Clockwork
and Shady
K.
And yeah, there's the man himself, Lord Zed. So yeah, that's me for new business. DLC.
Wow. It's amazing. I actually do know some of these because, my son was into, the Japanese Power Rangers. But I guess these are like way older ones, right?
Yeah, they pick them like really out of random series because the story mode is based on a comic book that's like all of the Power Rangers from every series ever have to team up. So they just start picking random characters.
Yeah. I've seen movies like that. I think maybe my son saw one of the kind of more recent ones. There's like 28 versions of the Red Power Ranger.
It's called Power Rangers: The Legendary Battle, and it's amazing. Go watch it on YouTube. It's just the best.
How can you tell the difference between them?
When you watch it, you actually realize the suits are quite different. Like, they're all the same color, but they're quite uniquely designed each time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good luck to him. But it's weird to me because what's the other thing called? Kamen Rider? Never took off in English, right? There was never an English version made, or maybe there was in the 60s or something, but never took off, right?
I had never seen it on TV, just Beetleborgs and VR Troopers.
Yeah, not a thing in the U.S.
Wonder why that was. Got to have that team spirit, I guess.
Yeah.
All right then. Is
Yeah.
that all for you?
That's all for me. So whoever's next.
Alrighty. So let's move on to the big boss man, Mr. Ty himself. What's going
Hey,
on?
it's me.
Right.
Holy shit. Okay, so let's see. I've been going hard on Dead by Daylight. I think I might have talked about that last time. You know, it's coming out on Switch in like a month or two. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm playing it a lot. I'm just trying to get all the achievements. I have
yeah,
opinions about the
I
game.
I think you mentioned it in the last maybe 2 episodes.
2 episodes? Oh, okay. So
Make it 3
yeah,
comment.
whatever. How about Fantasy Strike?
Yeah, talk about that one.
Like, okay, so you know, I wrote up a review. It's very nice. It's on the site. You should read it. It has a lot of bad words in it, though, so maybe ask your parents if it's okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not allowed to read it, so
Right. Your parents will not help you set it up.
definitely not.
Now, I think I just did a screen share. It should work.
Ooh.
Yeah, hit some buttons. See if it pops up. Yeah, here we go.
Do it. Ooh, is this live gameplay?
It is live.
Cool.
So, let's see.
Which version are we looking at, Ty? Are we looking at the
This
PC?
is
or?
the Switch. This is the Switch version with my arcade stick hooked up.
Nice.
So, oh god, I have to figure out what my button layout is. Okay, I think I got it.
Brilliant.
All right. So, okay, so yeah, you see, there's like 10 different characters here, and the worst thing about this game is like the really blatant knockoffs of existing characters. Like, this is your Ryu guy. This is Guile. They're legally distinct.
Yeah, they're just functions.
This is Dalsim. This is, I don't know, Ken Mashers. This is Ibuki from Street Fighter. She totally looks like it too. I don't know, Eddie Gordo maybe. All right, and this guy is Zangief.
Man, Eddie Gordo was hot.
This guy has like these counters, so maybe he's like Goken. I don't know. This guy is like straight up Faust from Guilty Gear, just like copy pasted, 100%. And this guy is Slayer from Guilty Gear. There you go. So I'm gonna play my favorite character. What's her name?
From My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes. All right, we're gonna.
So
see, there's a story mode.
So why is this game notable amongst fighting games?
It's super easy to play. It's like one step up from Dive Kick. Like maybe I can show you the command list right here. It's just like, you know, 3 buttons.
So if I get good at this, then I can enter Evo next year.
Yeah, sure. It'll probably be a side tournament. All right, so yeah. Actually, let's look at the button config. So,
jump.
Yeah, you can have jump on a button if you're not used to up on the stick. And like you can toggle a jump on the stick. So that's kind of nice. Like it's just ABC, and then like throw super. They're just shortcuts, you know. So it's like A plus B, is throw, and B plus C is super. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna rush this guy down. Here we go. Oh god, my buttons are not right because I was playing it on the fucking mini-cons.
I like how Ty just made up this new word, minicon. He's doubling down on it now. It's like it'll become a
If only there was an official, you know, well-recognized term for those.
Mini-cons are like these little tiny Transformers toys.
Yeah, we don't want to get
That's where I got that from. All right. Fortunately, it has the good kind of button config, so you can just press the button you want. Besides, I have no idea what this shit is on my fight stick. These are like labeled for Xbox 360, and the original board in it is long gone. All right, here we go.
Wow, so if
So
you
yeah,
just
you can
tuned
do.
in,
Yeah,
this
you
is
can do
the
big
Famicast.
damage. Ah.
Jumpable.
Yeah.
So what? It's got 3 buttons and regular like analog movement controls.
Well, it's like digital movement controls. It's just like 8-way fight stick.
Okay.
Ah. So there's no like the walk speed is fast. Like look at this. Look how fast I walk around. It's like Street Fighter 2. There's no dashes to worry about. Oh god.
What?
I
It
don't have my
looks about
super
8
shortcut.
frames a second on my screen.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's just the streaming in it.
Okay. Oh god, I
Actually,
was like watching the stream. It's like a several seconds delay.
Right.
Oh, not quite, but it's a little bit delayed.
Anyway, don't want to get too much into the weeds of this game. I think we've got a review lined up, I believe, to go into all that detail.
Yeah.
Actually, Ty, I wanted to, because you mentioned this game on the last episode, but you mentioned that you have the PC version and the Switch version, right? So like,
Yeah.
I think people want to know like how does it compare, and also like this is like crossplay, right? Crossplay fighting games are like, count them on one hand, right?
Right. So yeah, you can like both PlayStation and Switch can crossplay to PC, but PS4 and Switch can't crossplay to each other because Sony sucks.
So like Sony doesn't like console to console, but they don't care about PC.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, I basically put all the things I like in the review. There's some cool things that only this game does that like other games should definitely copy. Like you notice maybe you saw when I was fighting, like when you hit someone, there's like a blue spark or a red spark.
Right.
And that tells you like if you have like an advantage, like a frame advantage or like a time advantage. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like if you're hitting blue sparks, it's like okay, it's cool, I'm safe, I can keep going. If you hit a red one and like I'm at a disadvantage, I should back off. So that's a cool thing.
Hmm. And this is Serlin made this. Who was it again?
Yeah, Serlin, Dave Serlin, the Time Wizard himself.
So
Serlin.
He's pretty famous for wanting like more accessibility options and boiling things down to like their simplest. So not unheard of for him to make this kind of mechanic stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, like this is designed to be like an introduction to fighting game. And like I will 100% rag on it for just like ripping off characters because like it's extremely blatant. But on the other hand, I think it's good because like if somebody gets into this game as their first game and they say, "Oh, I like playing Geiger," it's like, "Oh, okay." You just go over to Street Fighter, play Guile. You're all set. You know what to do. You know the fundamentals.
I'm pretty sure that's why it was made like this.
Yeah, absolutely. But like moves are like exactly the same too. Maybe it gets a little too blatant. But this game has like a lot of little quality of life things that I really like. So that's that. We should probably watch that thing. It's just about time, isn't it?
Oh well, yeah, we're gonna do that after New Business.
Okay.
We'll download it and make it nicer.
All right, cool. So maybe I can talk about my next game.
Mm.
All right. Okay. So I started putting some time into Smash Brothers.
Ooh.
After the tremendous wave of salt regarding Hero.
Have you got your online pass yet, Ty?
I have the money put in the account. Like I'm just gonna activate it like as soon as I go online.
So you haven't been grinding scrubs online yet.
Not yet. I'm trying to unlock all the fucking characters first. God damn it, Nintendo.
Oh Jesus! Right? Yeah. How much you on to now?
I think I'm just coming up on 40.
Oh man, get good, Scrub. Another 30 to go.
You can't make it go faster. It's like you get a character every 10 minutes. That's
pretty much.
Right. Are you playing like local play with anyone yet?
I'm just like fucking playing the AI. Like I played local on like other people's machines, but not mine.
Yeah, it doubles the, oh sorry, halves the unlock time if you play with actual humans.
Oh, okay. I wonder if I can just
Yeah,
like set up 2 controllers.
yeah.
And
I
You
think the
it
way
has
it,
to register inputs, so it
yeah, that's
has to
the
have
thing.
inputs. If you get inputs from like 4 controllers, you'll unlock it every fucking every minute or so.
okay,
Yeah,
so just set like probably 2 minute matches or 3 minutes.
yeah.
If
That's
it
what I
just
do.
straight up divides the time, because I know it's 10 minutes,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
2.5 minutes for 4 people.
And it kind of
So
loads up the inputs, so you can do that a couple of times, and then you won't have to do it for like hours and hours. You'll just be
Hmm.
unlocking guys every other match, every match even.
Oh, okay, cool.
so what have your findings been digging into Smash now?
So I like Hero. So people are mad. Like really scrubby tournament scenes are like crying, like let's ban Hero. Hero's bad,
Oh,
and like
also,
he's
you bought him?
yeah. I bought the
Nice,
DLC pass.
nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I actually I haven't I've installed it. I haven't played Smash since Hero came out, so I really should go and try him out before he's deleted from my console. With the sounds of it.
yeah. So I've spent
What?
like a few hours just tooling around with Hero, trying to figure out how stuff works, and it's really interesting. It's a lot of fun for me as someone who plays Faust in Guilty Gear. Which okay, so Faust is a character who pulls out random items and throws them up in the air. So he's got kind of a similar thing going on with Hero. So, I mean, Hero's gonna reward speed readers for sure.
So here,
Um,
Hero's main mechanic. How does it work?
you hit down B, it opens up his spell menu. It has 4 of his random spells, and they all have wild and crazy effects.
Right. Have you had any good moments, good spell moments?
Yeah, good and bad. Like I mean, I've like one shot the AI a couple times with like
Right. Do like sometimes the characters straight up just disappear? Like they don't even fly off the stage; they just fucking explode.
uh I
I've
don't remember. Do
I've
they
seen
get
that happen.
erased if you hit them with
I
whack?
think isn't that true? Like if it's like ridiculous damage, like 9999 damage, you don't fly off the stage. You just fucking disintegrate, don't you?
I think
Maybe.
Hero. It sounds vaguely familiar. I think he has one special attack that just kills them at above a certain percentage or something, but I don't know.
It might be thwack. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't remember if
Yeah.
like
Thwack. I think that's the one. Yeah, it can
yeah. I
kill
don't
at like
remember.
yeah 0.
Yeah, like if I remembered Smash Wiki, like there's a chance where it just fucking murders them, and the chance goes up like the higher percentage they are. Maybe
Right.
just going off of memory here. I might be totally wrong, but
But it is a bit random though, isn't it? Like
oh,
it's not a
it's
guaranteed kill.
yeah, so like he has a random set of spells, and even some of those spells, like yeah, like Thwack has a random chance to fucking murder. And I think his smashes have a random chance to crit.
Right. And
Um,
it's got spells that increase his chances of being a critical hit as well, right?
I'm not sure
I,
about that.
no, I think it's just his smash attacks have a crit chance.
He, yeah, he does have different buffs,
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's what I
strength and
meant.
speed, and
Yeah.
I don't think that raises the crit chance. No.
Okay.
So, there are certain spells that are tremendously useful if you draw them on your down B. It's like okay, if you hit down B, it shows spells. If you don't like any of them, you can just like jump or guard, and like it'll go away, and you can like get another one in like a second or like half a second or something.
Right.
So if you're edge guarding, if you get magic burst, that'll fuck guys up real good. It's just like a big circular attack. But for the most part, like all the spells he gets all the aggressive ones, they generally cover the space in front of him.
Yeah.
Like a fireball or a big slash. It's generally just that space in front of him. That's the danger zone. And he has a really good fucking neutral B too. It's almost like Thomas's charge up shot.
Yeah, the fireball thing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and his forward B is lightning is pretty good. Up B kind of sucks. Whatever. If you're gutsy, if you're like off stage, you can down B, and if you get zoom, it'll just take you right back to the middle of the stage.
There's
So it's kind of a
so,
fun last ditch rescue kind of thing.
somebody done a nice mashup of like the Dragon Quest music, and then just Hero just fucking 3-0ing somebody using
Oh yeah,
magic
I've seen that.
spells.
No, the best video is tournament match from like August 4th or something. The player is Parappa. Look up just Parappa Hero and watch somebody just get dunked on, and then like the best mic chatter ever. That's so good.
Nice.
Yeah, I know there
That
was a
man
tournament just
is in fact a hero.
there was a mirror match between two heroes at a tournament just a couple of days ago, where it was like grand finals mirror match. Then at like last stock, a guy just uses thwack at 0%, instant kills the other guy and wins.
I think I saw that.
Yeah,
I think I saw that in an online match.
yeah. Well, this was grand finals at whatever tournament. I don't know what it was, but and the commentators are just like, this character is disgusting and blah 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 blah. So
Some people are mad. Like you go online, you go into any like Smash Brothers thread about Hero, it's just gonna be people posting like hose mad nonstop. It's nonstop. It doesn't end. It will never end.
So you don't think he'll be banned for Evo?
No, I don't think Evil will do it. I think like some really shitty Scrub Lord tournaments will do it. Like that one. There's like some like South Australian tournament that was like immediately put on Scrub quotes somehow. That was golden.
My favorite gaming tournament from Scrub Codes was the one that said like no more than 2 fireballs.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, was it like
any
the
more than
dorm
2
weeklies or
fireballs,
something?
and you'll be immediately disqualified from the tournament.
Yeah, see, like that's the mindset.
Yeah. Imagine that. I think I retweeted that with like, imagine losing a fighting game tournament because you threw 3 fireballs.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Pretty good.
Evo's not going to do that. So he should be
Yeah.
good. He'll probably go all through all sorts of balance changes before then anyway, won't he?
Yeah, probably.
that's
We'll
what
see
I'm
how-
guessing is like he'll get some severe changes to his random mechanic.
I'm not
but-
sure. Like, I'm not convinced he's too good. Like, you have to run a whole bunch of tournaments and see like how he does.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to fix though. You just increase whatever the randomization of certain moves. You know, if some certain moves are showing up too much, and you know,
Who said anything needed to be fixed? What kind of
Australia.
what kind of armchair game design shit are you on right now?
Save that for ACDC.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah, good
dude.
point. Wrong show.
Right. So
Cool.
let me tell you about the rich history of characters with RNG things in fighting games. No, I
All
won't.
right.
I won't torture you with that, but they have existed for a long time, and
Street Fighter 2.
I believe Hero is no different.
Nice. Right on. So, Ty's enjoying fighting games on the Switch.
I didn't say I was enjoying it. No. Okay, yeah, Hero's fun, but
Ty is
I'm
playing fighting games on the Switch. How's that?
I'm dreading going online because like I know how shitty it is, and I know how good fighting online can be. This-
Did you say you had a USB LAN adapter already?
yeah, it's set up, plugged in.
Ready to go. Right. Nice. Cool.
So
Well,
I can
we probably
download
will
stuff
have.
slightly faster.
Yeah. Slightly less laggy. Yeah, we've had I mean, when we played in the last game night, the Famicast game night with our patrons, we didn't have too many issues, even though we had people from all over the place. But
I was on
yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, a couple of people on Wi-Fi in third world countries, and it was still okay.
I don't think it was okay. Like I was there. Remember, I was watching.
All right, yeah.
Like Intercontinental Smash, just.
Right. Yep. It goes from okay to bad. Right then. Is that all from you, Ty?
Yes.
Alrighty, let's move on to me. So I have been not playing anything brand new, but I've been playing a couple of games from the new, what's it called? It's not called Game Pass.
Microsoft Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm tempted to call it Nintendo Game Pass because Ty says Game Pass every single episode, and
Because it's
also
good.
take a drink every time he says it, right?
Right. It's on the list.
But yeah, Nintendo's game trials, I think it's called. Basically, give you a quote unquote free game for 11 days or something like that. So I basically played the shit out of Captain Toad, for like whatever it was, the full 11 days that it was free. Because I mean, some people were kind of atting me on Twitter saying like, just buy the game, man. It's reduced price and it's a great game and it's worth supporting or whatever. It's like, okay, look on the shelf behind me. Captain Toad is right there, boy. I already paid for the game. Okay, I refuse to buy it again on Switch for like. Well, here's the thing. I actually thought there were a whole bunch of new extra stages added. Turns out they're not. So I blow through the game. I beat all the regular first 3 chapters because it's like divided up like a book, which I don't know how many stages that is, like 50, 60 stages or something. And I was actually surprised how much I'd forgotten about that game. I was like, a lot of the puzzles felt completely new to me. I'm like, wait a minute, I did this, but I'd kind of forgotten. It was, what was that, 4 or 5 years ago now, or whatever it was. And so it did feel actually kind of fresh, playing through it. And anyway, I eventually got to the bonus chapter. The bonus chapter in the original version was Super Mario 3D World stages, which had been kind of like fiddled with, so to make it so Captain Toad can play through them. Because in case you didn't know, Captain Toad cannot jump. So you put him in a 3D World stage, he'll just get fucked up immediately. So they put little ladders in it and stuff, and they made like puzzles out of it. It was very clever. And if you have 3D World,
they're like real 3D World stages.
Yeah, actual 3D Worlds, like copy pasted. Well, not exactly copy pasted with a few adjustments.
That's really cool.
With the same music and everything. But they've added the diamonds that you have to collect. There's 3 diamonds in each stage. To get to the end of a Captain Toad stage is not very hard, but to get the 3 diamonds is harder. And then there's like a bonus, like a extra challenge, which differs from stage to stage. It could be like collect 150 coins. It could be find the golden mushroom. It could be kill all the enemies. It's kind of like like a achievement or something like that. If it was an Xbox game, it would be an achievement. But they're unique to each stage. But I didn't do that. I got all the regular diamonds. It's like I got 204 diamonds or something. 204, 214. I can't remember. Anyway, got to the bonus stages, and there's only 4 new stages, and they're based on Mario Odyssey this time, which is, and they are completely amazing, beautifully designed. I mean, the New Donk City, like seeing that as like a little box version, this like tiny little cute version, like they've shrunk down the skyscraper to fit in one of these tiny like cubic levels. It's completely adorable. And there's the desert stage as well with the huge upside down pyramid, but now it's just this tiny little pyramid in this little thing. It's completely adorable, and the beautifully designed stages. I couldn't fault the level design. It's amazing, but there's only 4 of them, and like that was it. I was like, okay, well these were amazing and beautiful, but like, man, I would be really disappointed if I'd spent another 40 bones on this game. But it turns out there are a few extra levels. Like I literally did everything within the game trials, time period, and there were like 7 pages that were kind of like had question marks written on, and I couldn't work out how to unlock them. I'd got every diamond, every power star in the game, but they weren't unlocking. So I looked online, and it was like, oh yeah, you need to get all the level achievements on every stage to unlock the last 7 levels. And I looked at what the last 7 levels were, and it was it was nothing interesting. It was like a few remixed versions of like levels that I'd already played. So I thought, fuck, it's not worth beating like whatever 80 stages and getting all the ridiculously hard unlock achievements for every stage just for that. It's like, fuck that. But anyway, I ran out of time for the game trials anyway. But I thought it would be fun to kind of stream the last couple of hours with the game, so that's what I did. When the countdown was started to come up on the game, like you have 6 hours left. That's when I started streaming it, and I edited it down into maybe like a 45-minute video, put it on the YouTube channel. But yeah, if you want to see the Mario Odyssey stages and the right at the end of the Switch version of the game, check it out on the YouTube channel. But yeah, I had a great time with it, and I was kind of happy to get it for quote unquote free, so to speak. And I think these kind of games work really well. I really hope they can continue doing this kind of thing. I think somebody on Twitter suggested that Sushi Strikers would be a good game for this, which is like one of those games which sold really terribly. But the people who bought it really, really liked it, but it's just like nobody bought it.
Yeah,
oh, sorry, Sairus, go ahead.
Oh, just the name, it sounds terrible.
Exactly. It just sounds like an iOS game, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like that as well. It's got like a flashy kind of, look to it. But the people who buy it absolutely swear by it. Like it's a killer game, like with these like unbelievably high quality, level production design in this game. But anyway, it's like Wonderful 101. It's like everyone who bought that game, played it, loved it, but like 10,000 people bought that game or something in the whole world. Sorry, Kamiya. I know he wants to remake it for the Switch, but he might not got the money to do it because so few people bought it. But yeah, so that was the Japanese free, quote unquote, free game, and I also played the Western free game, which was Mario Tennis Aces, right? So yeah, I started playing through like the story mode from that game, and I'd been down on the story mode for that game pre-launch because it was like Nintendo was selling it as like, it's the return of like the RPG story mode from the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color games. Like this is what you've been asking for. But I could see their tricks. I could see right from the start, like, no, this doesn't look like that. This looks like a preset route, just kind of walking down a straight line and doing, challenges. And it is exactly that, It's exactly what I thought it would be. But like, it's a good way to kind of learn the basics of the game. And the game is hard. I mean, it's a tennis game, but, it's a running joke now on the Famicast. Like, it's got fighting game mechanics to it, like super meters and fucking frame counting, like counters and stuff that you need, like split second precise button pressing to kind of counter these super moves.
I've seen it at a bunch of fighting game tournaments. It really is a fighting game.
Right. Like you've probably all seen those kind of like, where it goes to a cutscene and like, Mario jumps up in the air and he like smashes the ball down, and then you can actually counter those. You can actually return those if you time it perfectly. Like, and if you don't, if you still hit it, but like you've got the timing wrong, like a frame wrong, it'll say slow, too slow, and your racket will get damaged, and it can only get cracked like 3 times, and your racket will explode, and immediate end of game.
Instant kill continue. Flashes up on the screen.
That's right, just because game over. Yeah, game over. And yeah, that does happen quite a lot in the story. Well, it did with me anyway. And I just like, yeah, I was getting my ass fucking handed to me in the story mode. It's like, it's crazy. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like they do have all these like high production cutscenes and stuff, and like they've got bosses. Like it's basically the Avengers storyline. It's like Mario has to collect these 5 gems. And put them. I'm not making this up, by the way. Sounds like I'm making this up. Has to collect 5 gems and put them in the hilt of this tennis racket.
Well, I mean, in fairness, that's the same story as Mario Party for the Switch. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've got to collect the 5 friendship stars to unlock the full, like to see who's the best party goer, and
Well, unlike that game, if you lose, you're going to be the loser. You're not going to automatically win by losing. That's the biggest difference between Mario Tennis and Mario Party. But yeah, like they've got all these kind of like it is tennis, but you're doing kind of wacky things like you're hitting tennis balls back into piranha plants' mouths, or like you're hitting stuff against a magical mirror, and you're hitting these teleporters, kind of portals in the mirror, in the right place. It's all about perfecting your aim, kind of thing. But it just actually, yeah, Adam Comforti in the chat, he said it. He summed it up nicely. The story mode is a drag. Exactly, it is a drag. It's just like, I'm just like, I just can't be arsed with this. So yeah, I got like, I don't know, maybe into the second world or something like that, and I thought, yeah, I've seen enough, and then the time ran out, and I was like, well, whatever, that's enough. I guess I'm just not that into fighting games.
we'll train you soon. Give it time.
Yeah. Maybe you should try Fantasy Strike.
Yeah, I think that would be more of a gentle entry into fighting games than Mario Tennis Aces is.
Yeah, this takes no prisoners.
Yeah, that game just fucking breaks you. So yeah, I would be interested. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Ty's like told me about quotes from fighting game people playing, like fucking like fighting gamers playing Mario Aces against non-fighting gamers and fucking wrecking house, like destroying people, right?
Sounds about right.
So it does sound like the skills do transfer. Yeah, the skills transfer is there. It's not a joke. They really do transfer.
It's funny how random Nintendo games do that. Like I remember you playing Odyssey when it first came out, and you were talking about how hard the jump mechanics are in that game. But like when I first picked it up, I'm like, oh cool, this is like air canceling, and it was like
right.
Actual like fighting game like movement mechanics made me really good at Mario Odyssey really quickly. And,
yeah, I remember. I said it took me 300 moons to perfect it, and it took you like 20 or something.
So yeah, Nintendo with that secret top tier fighting game tech.
There it is. The secret. It's like Mr. Miyagi and the Karate Kid. You're not just painting fences; you're actually training for karate. Right then. Well, I think that's about it. I've been like crazy busy actually. Like a lot of the games that I'm actually talked about, I played a lot of them portably on the train because I was working doing this kind of summer program. I may mention this every year, around about this time of the year. I mention I go really far away on the train and I play a shitload of portable games. I think the first one I ever talked about was Breath of the Wild, something like that. And then I've forgotten what last year's one was. But yeah, this year it was Captain Toad and a little bit of Mario Tennis. And it was amazing how those two game trial periods beautifully overlapped with me teaching at that summer program. So that was great. Because Mario Toad, Captain Toad is a brilliant portable game. It really is, because just like short missions, whatever, it takes like 2-3 minutes to complete. Turn off the screen, put it back in your bag, transfer to the next train, turn it back on. You can just easily play it like that. And the level design is just pure genius for that game. I'm talking about Captain Toad again here. Sorry for going back and forth between two games, but you just have to admire the game design. It's just incredible.
It's been on my list for a long time to play. I had the demo sitting on the Switch to remind me to eventually buy this when it was on sale, and then I didn't actually play the free period because I know I'll play it eventually. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
So someday I'll get to that game.
Yeah, fingers crossed they keep doing this kind of thing. All right then, boys. I think before we go any further, we should go to a little bit of what we like to call Now Playing an Famicast game. Right then, so Now Playing on the website and the YouTube channel and the Patreon. Well, the first one, let's talk about Patreon stuff. Sairus, you got something exciting. You've kind of already mentioned it.
Yeah, as I alluded to earlier, I got my first hosting job on on a Famicast show. I was doing The Games That Made Us, Volume 3, Sairus Edition, Episode 1. And so I was talking about the games that shaped my early gaming career. And I had some weird console choices. I wasn't raised on the NES like a lot of people were. So
Right.
if you missed the old floppy disk days of actual big floppy disks, I got you covered.
Yeah, that was crazy. Thank you for inviting me on. That was good times.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
were there too.
yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
were there, and you were there. Exactly. Yeah, that's the games that made us. Volume 3.
Episode Cyrus. Um, some
Yeah, and
also.
there's a video version and audio version available now to tier 2 patrons or above. That's the $3 tier and above. Good times. Looking forward to ties next month. Looking
Oh,
forward
boy.
to slash
Dreading slash.
trading. Should be good times. So yeah, and as while we're on Patreon stuff, this month's audio show, well, there's also a video version planned, is Life in Japan, episode 6. Inviting some super special guests that I always do to talk about Japan-based topics, asking our patrons for topics that they want us to talk about in our lovely Discord chat and Patreon website. Yeah, if you just want to join the Discord chat, by the way, that's only $1. If you just want to chip in $1 and get in on the chat, have some banter, it's a good way to get in. As for new video content for everyone to enjoy on the YouTube channel, which is, I believe, youtube.com/the Famicast. So Danny, this guy who's not here at the moment, I don't know if you guys remember him.
Oh,
but right. He made a couple of videos before his travels. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Danny's back in the States at the moment. He made a couple of cool videos, actually. He made a video 3DS related, both of them, actually. The first one is the top 10, not top 10, just the top, the top X number of Japan exclusive 3DS games. So these are games which never came out in the West, and you can't play them on your Western 3DS because 3DS is region locked. Fuck that
well, you
shit.
can mod it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was very excited to see the thumbnail for this video in the channel with Barbara Bat up front.
Yeah, that's right. And the other video he did was the top Virtual Console Japan exclusive Virtual Console games as well. I think it's mainly 3DS stuff. So yeah, a lot of stuff like SNES stuff, like never made it to the Western eShops. But yeah, Japan. I didn't realize this after watching the video. Like Japan had a shit ton of extra like Virtual Console stuff, like Square Enix stuff, like Final Fantasy games and stuff. But yeah, check out the videos. They're super interesting. Shame he can no longer be with us. So yeah.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a surprise for next week's show when we announce his funeral.
Right. Just pre-announce it now. So yeah, all of this and more on the Famicast.com.
Yeah.
Right then, so we're going to go into a bit of Japanese next. Japanese!
Yay.
Feels weird introducing myself there. But yeah, straight after Japanese, we're hopefully going to have a super special feature because there was a Nintendo Indie Direct, which happened like about half an hour ago, and we're all going to watch it together. So yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, stick by and we'll all watch it together, have some good time, see what got announced. So while we do background secret stuff related to that, let's talk about the news. Ooh, some persons added loads of shit. So the first one I thought was interesting. There was a patent released. Well, not released, but yeah, there was a patent released recently for a new SNES controller, which is like a similar to how the NES, the what's it called, the NES/Famicom controller that was announced before the Nintendo Online service got announced. Like, so pretty much what it means is that Super Nintendo Online stuff is probably coming? Question mark! Exclamation point! Hopefully.
Yeah, this definitely like set the whole rumor mill alight. So I'd be shocked if it didn't mean Super NES games are coming.
And there was an image on this pattern, wasn't there? So I believe it maybe it had like the rail for like clicking it onto the side of your Switch which would like look mental. Because I mean,
I guess yeah, I can see it now that you mention it. It does kind of look like the rail joining up on the top of the diagram.
I mean, if you see the NES or Famicom ones on the side, they do look absolutely ridiculous. Like it is so stupid. But it's going to look like monkey ears or something with the Super Nintendo controllers on the side of it.
How would you even hold it? Like
yeah,
like
well,
if the
hefty grip, wouldn't it?
yeah, because like the big circle sections would be sticking way out at the bottom, and with your thumb, I don't know. It'll be fun to see how that works.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because like apparently you can actually control if you slide on the Famicom controls, the D-pads actually work like you would expect it to, like they were Joy-Cons, but it's just everything's kind of weird because it's like a controller on the side. So yeah, same thing might happen with the SNES one.
Just wait till they get the N64 Joy-Cons and they slide those on.
Now that just looked like some kind of medical device.
You just kind of like insert your fingers like a forklift before you can grab them.
Do you remember the cerebral bore from Turok 2? It would look like something like that.
Who could forget?
But yeah, this would be a wireless SNES pad though, which would be kind of weird. Because well, there were wireless ones back in the day, but they were like infrared or something like that one day, and they were totally shit.
Oof.
But yeah, a wireless SNES pad, like a first-party made one, that'd be kind of wild. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully that might happen sooner rather than later. Sairus, you choose the next one.
Yeah. So coming hot on the heels of that big possible Switch update, you remember a few weeks ago they announced that there's a new Switch coming with like a better double the length battery and all this other fancy stuff.
Yeah.
So Nintendo announced, at least in the US, that if you buy a Switch after July 16th, you can get a free upgrade to the newer model if you like send it into Nintendo.
That is pretty cool.
That's actually, yeah, because I can imagine some people would be pretty mad if they bought a Switch and then immediately just found out, oh yeah, this has been replaced by a literally superior model. Like, it's not even a small thing. It's like, this is just straight up better than the previous one.
Right.
But also not something Nintendo had to do, so it's pretty good customer service.
Yeah. But I'm kind of hearing conflicting things now, because I also heard an official Nintendo representative saying, we didn't announce anything like that.
Oh, yeah, actually I saw something about that I think Gizmodo ran an article saying that we didn't say that.
A bit of conflicting information, which gets me worried.
But then some other guy had like a video recording of him talking to a customer service rep, and they were saying, yeah, it's a system. So, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Right. Well,
good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck to them all. I mean, it would suck. I mean, if you know this thing is coming, I mean, it's very easy to spot these in the wild. Like, I've heard a few podcasts saying like, well, how can we tell? You know, we've got to check the fucking barcode or something. No, you don't. The new one is like a red box, and the older one is like, you know, like a, what is it? Like white on the front, right? So this visually different.
The old one is a white box with a red trim. This is a red box with a white trim. It's so simple.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like fully red. It's like it would stand out, you know. So they are trying to make them look different. I mean, in the past, like, you know, like there've been, well, Ty probably knows more than me, but like, wasn't there like different versions of the Xbox? Like the 360?
The 360? Yeah. Like initially there was one that like had a hard drive, there was one that didn't, and then there was like a bigger hard drive one, and then there's like the slightly smaller one. And like even within that there were different revisions with like different kinds of like or different manufacturers for different parts, which got to be a thing if you replaced a part in it. Meh.
But the point was, like, these were all in the same box. You wouldn't be able to tell without looking at the fucking secret code, right, on the bottom.
Oh right, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nintendo are trying to do one better than that. They actually are trying to make the box look different. So, all right. So I don't know, Ty, do you want to choose the next one?
Yeah, let's see. Hey, Rivals of Aether revealed for Switch. It's Smash Con or Smash Thing. Yeah, Smash Con. I didn't know it wasn't announced. I didn't know it wasn't already out. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's kind of it seemed to be like the missing Smash fighter that's not, or the platform fighter that's not on the Switch. So
Right? Xbox people got this for free if they were on gold. Just saying.
I
Drink
somebody
one
has to
for
take a
on
drink.
Xbox.
yeah, I have this on Steam. I've only played a very short amount of it, and it seems fine. It's good Smash game. It's apparently one of the best of the Smash type fighters.
I like it a lot, and I like the creator. What's his name? Dan something. He has some amusing Twitter posts from time to time.
Is this a free-to-play thing or like
No, you buy
No.
this.
thing?
I can't remember if it's got DLC or free characters you get for it, but
Yeah, you have to buy it whole hog.
yeah, okay.
Is this like a $30 thing, a $60 thing?
I want to say 15 or 20, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. So it's
This is the one
indie
with
thing?
Shovel Knight in it.
Ooh, all right, okay.
It's
Well,
got
doesn't
Shovel
that-
Knight and it has the guy from Dead Cells. Or is it Super Light Drifter or Hyper Light Drifter is in this one too?
Wasn't
think
he in Sairus's favorite as well? Like
Yeah, I think he's in both Brawlout and this Hyper Light Drifter.
Wow, he gets around. No Shovel Knight though.
Yeah, get wrecked.
All right.
I'll probably get this. I've always meant to play this more, so yeah.
If they ever had crossplay, you could play me on Xbox.
Whoop whoop.
Xbox.
Xbox.
So next one. Well, I guess this is a Sairus one, isn't it? A Pokemon one.
Yeah, so Pokemon Shield and Sword will be getting a secret demo in Japan on September 21st.
No, that's secret if you know about it.
Yeah, like they're calling it a secret demo, but it sounds like it's just a closed beta. So they're sending out demo codes to a bunch of fans of the game, and they'll get limited access to the game for a little while.
All right.
I actually filled in a survey for Pokemon Soul or Shield Sword. It was sent out to my through the Nintendo marketing emails I sometimes get. So I'm guessing it was that. It's like if you filled in the survey, they put your name into a hat, and you got access to this demo. It sounds like it's just the usual Pokemon demo. It's like get to fight a gym leader, try out the new Dynamax, where you make your Pokemon giant system, and leave
And it'll
feedback.
probably
hopefully.
a totally standalone thing that none of your data will transfer. Right.
Yeah, they usually give you like an item you can transfer, but it's usually something completely stupid, like 50 potions if you do this much stuff, or
Brilliant. All right then. Next up, Fire Emblem Three Houses event coming to Tetris 99, August 23rd. So that's what's the 19th today? So what's that? 4 days from now? Is that like
Yeah.
a Friday or the next weekend? I guess.
if you want to keep that collection of random Tetris 99 borders growing, I guess this is one.
Keep my collection of forgetting that it's on every single time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gutted that I didn't get the Game Boy one. That even more gutted I didn't get the Splatoon one. And this one I couldn't give a shit about. I'll probably end up doing this one, ironically. Oh man, yeah, I keep forgetting Tetris 99 is a thing that's free on my Switch. Yeah. I know Danny went mental on that game. Maybe I don't know if he's still playing it, but
Yeah, I went mental for like a week, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like Tetris that much, and I just stopped playing it. So
I wonder if it's changed, like fundamentally, like they've added any extra stuff.
there's a few modes they added, I think, as free DLC recently.
Yeah, it might be worth going back now. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's might be quite different. All right then. So who likes Shantae?
Ooh,
Sure.
yeah, go for it, Ty.
Shantae and the Seven Sirens, formerly Shantae 5, gets screenshots and details.
Yeah,
Screenshots.
I was shocked when I saw this because I knew a new Shantae game was coming out, but it looks like they're like using all of their assets from the previous game, and they're like, so all of Shantae's animations are going to be the same, and it's going to be a new adventure with her. So I didn't expect them to go that route with the character, but I guess they've got so much animations piled up from Half Genie Hero, why waste them?
When I heard the title, I just thought, I bet that's just an excuse to have 7 bosses where they're all women with giant boobs.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Pretty much is.
1000%. Yeah, dude. This game.
Like they know that their most famous part of Shantae Half Genie Hero is that giant mega mermaid. The
Right?
Oh, she's got ginormous boobs that take up a quarter of the screen.
Yeah, so double down, or in this case, what, septuple down on it. So
Wow. That's a lot of boobs. That's like 14 pairs of boobs.
well, it's probably just 14 boobs. It's not a 14 pairs would be 28 boobs.
That's a lot of boobs.
I still haven't played Half Genie Hero, but I finally have my Wii U set up that has all the DLC on it, so I'll probably get to it.
Oh yeah, I think I've got a Shantae game from like what's it called? The where you get like a whole bunch of indie games for like $3.
Oh, Humble Bundle.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. Man, how has there not been a Humble Bundle on Switch? Switch has like 5 trillion like indie games. A lot of them, no one's ever going to play now because they're just getting buried by the 30 new games that get released every week.
Right.
Somebody needs to get on that. Crazy. Right then, is that all the Japanese we got?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, Celeste DLC chapter coming soon. That's cool.
Woo.
Yeah,
Free.
I still haven't played the other DLC chapter. I never even got to like the post epilogue super difficult extra levels. So this is still a game I think I've said before. I'm happy I finished it and never will go back to play it again.
Alrighty. So should we move on to the Indie Direct?
Sure. Give me 1 minute to psych myself up. Excuse me.
Yep, I've got the video ready to go. So we might actually just start watching it even without that. Sorry, Ty. He won't miss it. Right then. So if you're watching live, this is exciting. If you missed it, it happened about 45 minutes ago. Let's watch it together. Here it is, Peggy 16. Watching the British version, sue me. I don't know. I prefer watching the UK ones because they subtitle the Japanese games.
Oh,
The American ones
dubbing
always
them
dub
over?
it. Yeah, I don't know why the Americans love dubbing shit, but there you go. Right then, here, Peggy 16. I'm sorry if you can't hear the music. You can, you might be able to hear it in the other version.
Well, we got science. Love science from a video game.
The hell's this? Is this the intro or is this a game?
I'm guessing it's the intro. It kind of looks like it, but they had a bunch of Joy-Cons. Maybe it's a game. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's an intro.
It reminded me of that runner game, like
Hello,
Rumbo?
Rumbo, is it?
and welcome to
What's up?
Indie World. A look
Hey,
ahead
man.
at some great indie games coming to Nintendo.
Oh, it's happening.
I'm Kirk Scott, your friendly neighborhood indie
So
guy.
this
and
this video is like
You're a
just under an hour, I think, or
disembodied
something,
Whoa. So am I.
or
you
40
get
minutes.
used
Or...
to it. Now, tell the good people who you are.
Right. I'm Katie Casper, the friendly gamer. Now let's
Oh, I see what
talk
you did.
games.
Katie Casper, the friendly gamer. Oh, Gearbox. Holy shit. Risk of Rain.
I remember Risk of Rain. I can't remember anything about it though.
That dude has a fishbowl for a head.
It's Mysterio.
I was going to say, isn't that copyrighted Marvel? So is this like a Destiny kind of thing, or a...
Honestly, I have no idea.
That teddy bear just got fucked up.
It looks like a battle royale type game, but maybe it's just to survive infinite waves of stuff.
Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah, maybe it's
Throw
like
in
a
the
co-op
extra dimension
kind of game
and
like
classic
Killing Floor.
roguelike becomes a whole new experience. You can go it alone or squad up with up to 3 friends to battle monsters, score loot, and escape the planet. When Risk of Rain
Gearbox,
2
they're famous
lands
for
on
half of
Nintendo
their games
Switch this
being
summer.
good and the other half being terrible cash grabs.
Who knew you could muster
Sounds like
a
a loot game.
heartwarming adventure on a post-apocalyptic continent? Well, Chucklefish is making it happen in Eastward.
I love Chucklefish's logo. It's a great logo.
Ooh. Oh wow, is this the game? Or is that just an intro?
Pretty,
I like the
whatever
art.
it is.
Oh shit, I love this art. This is great. It's like Earthbound, but
I was
more
just
detailed.
gonna say, it kind of looks like Earthbound.
Kind of
Oh man, that's beautiful. That's even more detailed than Owlboy.
It almost looks like a mix of like pixel art and painted art.
Yeah. Is it going to be a turn-based RPG or what?
Looks like it might be a Zelda type combat, or else it's just walk around and talk to people. No, there's the combat.
He's charging up a frying pan there. Man, love the art. That's great.
A secret underground facility might seem like a strange place to find a young girl, but when the two of you
Still,
explore
even
the
as nice as it
wonderfully
looks,
weird world
probably not
above,
something I'll actually
things will
pick up.
only get stranger.
Right.
Will you uncover the truth
I'm
of her
guessing
origins?
a lot of
Find
these
out
indie
when
titles
Eastward
will be
comes
like
to
that.
Nintendo Switch in 2020.
Oh man, that's a way off as well.
Shoot 'em, punch 'em, smash 'em. In Freedom Finger, you can do all that and more.
Censored crazy space shooter? What?
Freedom Finger.
That is a...
Oh, censored because it's got a bad word in the title.
Oh, I think it's because his middle finger is very powerful.
Holy shit, these voice actors.
Wow.
You got
Made by, like,
Bender.
Comedy Central or something?
Every
Maybe.
enemy is your weapon.
They've backed game development before.
What's with this censored shit? Is it? that bad?
Sometimes you have the middle finger out, so yeah.
Oh, Americans don't like the middle finger, do they?
It's the freedom finger. You know, you're flipping the
You
bird.
know, it's
freedom
R-rated.
flies.
Rated R. Freedom finger. Yeah, I like it.
Freedom Finger blasts its way onto Nintendo Switch later this year.
That's right. Autumn.
Every
Deal
dark
with it.
fairy tale
It looks
has
like a
its
game that would
monster,
come out
and
like
in this
after a
game,
week of
it
development.
might just be you.
Polygon Treehouse. Good name.
It's actually a cool logo too.
Roki.
This looks really pretty.
So that's Japanese for Loki.
I love this type of art. It's a kind of like Morphite, the really simplified
Oh, yeah.
polygon arts. That's,
Your favorite, right?
yeah, game that I wish was just a little bit better.
Same color scheme as Morphite as well, right? Oh man, that's a big doggo.
Can you pet it? That seems to be the thing these days.
You cannot pet the dog in
Right.
Miami Hotline. Hotline Miami.
Follow the adventure. That looked quite nice.
Making
I don't know
friends
what the
with
game
wild
is.
creatures is only the beginning in this
Got
fairy
those
tale
umlauts.
forest come to life. Roke will tell its tale on Nintendo Switch this winter.
Cool.
I say it's about time we grab ourselves some treasure, uncover some secrets, and fight some monsters. Now, who's with me?
I already
Feel free
hate
to
this
bring
game.
Your friends.
Torchlight 2. Oh, that's
okay.
very meta.
This is a very strange trailer.
I like it.
Yeah.
Super meta, man. Man, they actually put effort into this game trailer.
The hero's work is never done.
It's funny how there's so little gameplay in this trailer.
Right.
They know they don't need to.
Oh, okay. Torchlight.
There it is.
Is this
I
like
wanna-
a Diablo thing? Or?
Coming soon to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Torchlight
Pet
1 is the
Unicorn,
free
Nintendo
game on
Switch
Xbox
exclusive.
right now.
Yeah,
On
but-
Xbox.
Yeah, the Unicorn's exclusive. Suck it, Ty.
Oh no.
Me, a skater
I'll have
kid?
to
In my mid-90s
stick with Master
dreams,
Chief.
But skateboarding games are a passion for many players who've never touched a board. And the next
Skateboarding.
evolution is here.
Ollie Ollie. What's it
Oh,
called? Skate. Wait, Skater XL? Oh no, not Skate. I thought that was Skate XL.
they should give you like, does this come with a big plastic board you can plug your Joy-Cons into? Or is,
Oh, no.
Right.
is it compatible with the cardboard game, whatever it is? And
Labo.
Yeah, Labo. You build your own skateboard and plug
Right.
some Joy-Cons in.
Cardboard skateboard. It's just a flat.
Well,
piece
no,
of
you
cardboard.
just use your Switch. You undock it and you just flip
You
it
just
around.
put it down on the
using your hand.
ground.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a skateboard.
That's why they did that video of like the Switch Lite, like where the guys were playing it at a skate park. It was all
Right,
the tie-in
right,
for
right.
this.
Stand on your Switch anywhere.
Oh my balls!
Nailed it. Skateboarding games, slightly evolved.
With board control this advanced,
Just released Tony
you
Hawk
can
2.
perform your
Still the
tricks
best one.
your way.
It looks a bit
Science.
early.
Possibilities will be off the chain when
Tony Hawk,
Skater
there's
the
XL
one
with Doom
arrives
Guy.
onto Nintendo Switch
Called it.
in 2020.
When life gets you down, defy gravity.
Ooh, F-Zero.
It's now an indie game coming to mobiles.
Europa. Ah, it reminds me of like, what's it called? Gravity Falls?
Gravity
No.
Days or
Gravity Days, yeah. What the hell? With Splatoon Inc. Huh.
okay,
Oh, that's interesting.
kind of cool.
That is cool. I like that.
It looks just like Sonic World.
Oh
Or
man, they
whatever.
even have the Splatoon starting ring thing.
So it's like you can't jump. It's just a walking platformer.
A walking simulator.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
wonder,
gonna
can you
revolve.
draw your own face?
Huh. Oh, he's skating.
The dogs. Holy shit!
It would be
scary.
cool if you can draw the faces on every enemy in the game.
Oh, you can
You puzzle,
graffiti.
you perform, you paint. Europa. Huh.
Maybe you'll learn to see things from a whole new perspective as you rebuild the world to your liking. Turn your world upside down when the
Yeah.
mind-bending puzzle
Again,
adventure
in the
Europa
rapidly
comes to
growing
Nintendo
pile of,
Switch
that's a
later
cool
this
game.
year.
I'm never going to play that.
Is it warm in here, or is this next game just turning up the heat?
Pios.
Oh,
game
this
is a
super,
Pios
super
of-
hot, is it?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Oh
man,
shit! Yeah, this was rumored, wasn't it?
Super Hot is so good. If you've never played it, play it. It's so
I thought
good.
this was a VR game.
It was
No,
PC
it-
first. Just
Yeah,
like a-
like, it's on consoles now.
yeah, like they made a VR version of it, but it was first like just a shooter. But this looks like it's got loads of levels that I've never played.
Oh, you played a lot of this, Si?
I finished it. It's really, really good. Like, it's quite short. You can play it in like a few hours. You can finish it, but it's really fun the whole way.
Yeah, there's a lot of side content though that takes a long time to get through.
Like, if you haven't played it, the idea is that time only moves when you move.
Right, right,
So,
right.
so you can like line up your shots, then move, and all the bullets will slide past you.
Can you just shoot
Get
while
ready to
standing still?
shoot, punch,
Yeah,
and
but
slash
you
your
often
way
don't
through a
start
world
with
where
a gun.
time only
or you
moves
only have
when
one
you
or
do,
two bullets.
because Super Hot will release on Nintendo Switch today.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, that's why it got leaked.
Multiplayer tower
Yeah.
defense gameplay that popularized the original Dungeon Defenders is returning in a brand new game.
Uh-oh. It's one of those hand-drawn... Oh, no, it's
I
not.
think that's just their in between games.
Yeah,
type of
this
character.
is sort of a 3D tower defense kind of game. It's like action / tower defense.
Yeah, I think a bunch of my friends in Japan used to play this.
I mean, I have it on Xbox. On Xbox, like, all right. So I mean, if there's like an indie game, like there's a good chance I've played it because
It
like
has
it's so many.
achievements in it.
Yeah, and I get them for free or incredibly cheap. So yeah, I actually played to the end of this game.
Oh, this is
Or
nice
the
that
first
it's-
one.
If it's got split screen co-op, that might be a thing I could get.
Yeah, it's designed to be a co-op game.
Travel back in time to where the series began in this brand
Because I'm
new
always
story.
looking for stuff I can
Speaking
play
of
with
time,
my wife.
Dungeon Defenders Awakening
Yeah, it's
will
that kind
launch
of game. You
first on
set up
Nintendo
defenses
Switch
to
with a
protect
timed
the
console
Baphomet,
exclusive
and
in
then
February of 2020.
the enemies pour in from different entrances. So it's
Oh, man.
part hack and / part
Sometimes you
tower
need a
defense.
vacay,
That's
but
February
you
next
just
year.
wanna
A lot of
play
these are
games
next
in
year,
bed.
aren't they? Crazy.
Your dream holiday is just a moment away, thanks to the
Oh,
latest
man, too hot for
game
TV,
from
this one.
Shinin.
The Tourist.
The tourist.
Ooh, I like the look of this one as well.
It's like, yeah, 3D pixels.
It's kind of
What is-
voxeled, but it's
Is this
done really
Minecraft?
nicely.
Oh man, Minecraft RPG. Been in Ireland too long.
Ooh, that's nice. If that's actually in game, that's good. Oh man, that's beautiful.
Looks good. I really like the field of depth, like camera blur. That looks
Yeah.
Yeah. This
I
is
want-
almost like Link's Awakening remake kind of.
Yeah.
Ooh, F-Zero, it is back.
Man,
I don't know
Oh,
what
man.
this game is. It's really interesting.
Yeah, this is way better than what I thought. Because there are a whole bunch of these kind of voxel games, right? But then don't look very good. Not as good as this. I like how the main character is just like the guy from Up.
Yeah, this is real pretty.
yeah, it's a very impressive looking game.
Oh, so it's
does-
got like different jobs or something, different costumes.
I'm liking this music. I hope it's also in the game.
I still don't quite understand what's going on. Like, I guess it's a puzzle game. or
Maybe
some
that's
sort?
the point, Sairus.
Wow. I want a trailer like a Hollywood movie to show me everything that I'm going to play start to finish.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a lot of puzzle rooms. Is this like Solstice, kind of?
I
But
don't.
maybe with an open world too? Who
You
can
take
say?
The trip you always wanted
The
when the
Tourist.
Tourist comes to Nintendo
Oh, it's from
Switch
Shinin.
this November.
They're the guys who did that F-Zero.
I'm always looking for an
rip-off
action-adventure game
game.
that
Oh,
changes stuff
Fast
up.
Star MX.
Here's one that
Yeah.
lets you swap
Oh,
not
good.
just weapons, but
You can play a
body
cute little
parts, too.
arcade version of it. That'd be fun.
Scale Boy.
These guys have a skeleton song with lyrics. I'm sold.
Man, another one of... You know, I don't like it when Nintendo choose games that have very similar like art styles or looks to them.
And
The
put them
one
one after
direct.
the other. What was that
And I
last
can't remember
Nintendo
which one's
Direct?
which.
Like that other Nintendo Direct where it was just, here's a game in a radioactive wasteland. Here's
Right.
a game in a radioactive wasteland.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Tag
Oh, did he
yourself.
just say
I'm the
Necromancer?
jack-o'-lantern man.
This song is pretty rocking, I'm gonna admit. I really
What
hate
the
this
hell
game
is
though.
December 3rd.
Just in time for a
Judy
Hollow
Art
Christmas.
meets 3D gameplay when Scaleboy hits Nintendo Switch on December 3rd.
December
Alright.
3rd.
I still kind of wish that dragons were real. But in Earth Knight, they're not just real. They've conquered the Earth. Should I feel bad?
That's a lot of dragons.
Wow. Wait, is this the game?
It's like an endless runner or something.
Huh. Wow, this art is crazy.
This is pretty bonkers. I was not expecting this.
Is this like Monty Python, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow, this is.
Wow, that's impressive. That's a lot of.
This
That's
kind
a
of
lot of
reminds
art.
me of like a Rayman game.
Yeah. It looks less bad when it looks less good when it's zoomed out.
Yeah. This is a problem I have with a lot of indie platformers, like that 20XX, like the Mega Man X game
Yeah.
that I reviewed a while ago. They look pretty good when you're up close. When you zoom out, they look cheap as heck.
This looks like a good game to play on drugs.
Well, the developers definitely were when making it. I wonder if it's randomly generated. It probably is, isn't it?
I don't know. It kind of looked like it wasn't.
I think elements of it are. Earth Knights.
2019. You got 5 months left, or 6, or I don't know how counting works.
That didn't have a
Can
date,
you
did it?
end the dragon
No.
apocalypse? Hey, that's your destiny to fulfill.
Yep. There must be a bunch of stoners if they haven't put a release date for it.
It'll be done
They're like,
whenever.
it'll be done when it's done, man.
Katie, did you order some cookies?
Cookies?
Also, these are done
Wait,
by
I
Nintendo,
think
these
I
middle
know what's
bits.
going on here.
Yeah, that's what I was
Better
confused at the
than-
start too.
Oh, okay, I thought these were done by the devs. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the shit.
Devolver.
Do not pet the dogs in this game.
Hotline Miami Collection. Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I-
forgot these games went on the Switch.
Yeah, I saw this before the podcast.
I've never played a Hotline game yet.
I have. Fun.
Which one's best, Ty? 1 or 2?
I've only played the first one.
Okay. Can they show any gameplay of it? Or is it just too violent?
It's
I
pretty
imagine-
violent.
Oh,
That's
maybe
why
they're
none of it was.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's
Both games
extremely
in the
violent.
Hotline
they're probably
Miami
like, you know
series
what
in
this
one
game
package.
is.
You can
Go
savor
buy it.
every bite of this brutal action.
Yeah, you just walk gently down
Hotline
corridors.
Miami
That's it, right?
Collection
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch will
You
launch
hit a guy with a
Nintendo
golf
eShop
club until
today.
candy comes out.
Oh shit! Available now.
Man, talk about game hype overload. But believe it or not, there are even more
I got a
great indie
DM
games
asking
coming
me
to
to review
Nintendo
it.
Switch in the near future.
Oh, cool.
What
Yeah.
she said.
Nice. On Switch?
Check these out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
one of my pals is apparently a fan of my Fantasy Strike review.
So I guess this is gonna be
Oh,
like
it's this game.
Ooh.
Dark Souls 2D. Let's go.
Bloodstained 2.
close to the sun.
What the hell?
It almost
Oh,
looks
is
like
that
a
like Mist or
Sierra
something?
first-person puzzle game. I could play that. Oh,
Cat
Cat
Quest 2. Yeah, I heard about Cat Quest.
We were given a
There's
review
Cat-
code for it. I don't think we actually ended up reviewing it though. It was like a mobile game.
Spiritfarer. That looks kind of nice. But again, very similar to another game in this direct.
Yeah.
Trine 4. Wow, it's back.
I have always wanted to play a Trine and never gotten to it.
They are beautiful games.
Yeah.
Creature in
Oh,
the
yeah,
Wild. Oh,
this-
this was shown on another one.
Yeah, the weird pinball game.
Yeah, the pinball thing. Somebody said they liked it. I can't remember who.
I liked it, but
One Finger Death Punch.
this like looks like those old Zhao Zhao
Yeah.
flash animations.
Right?
If it's more than 99 cents, no one's going to buy it. Best friend forever.
Oh, it's a doggy dating sim.
I was going to say, you dating the humans or the dogs?
Or both.
The answer is
There
yes.
you
It's a
connect
package.
You connect with humans
Dog.
through the dogs.
Oh man,
Just
they
guessing.
finally made Cat Dog the game.
I was going to say, cat dog or what's it, Nobby Nobby Boy?
Yeah, it's like
Double
co-op
Dildo.
Nubby Nubby.
Come
What,
on.
the golf?
Oh yeah. I've
Wow.
seen this.
Physics. Kine, Kine.
the heck? Are you an accordion?
Puzzle game, I guess.
Yeah.
Weird.
Hypercharge unboxed. Oh wow,
Oh,
it's a
it's
shooting
like-
game.
Army
Oh,
Man
shit.
is back, baby.
This looks like almost
Oh,
like
yeah.
Toy Soldiers,
Yeah.
or not Toy Soldiers. Toy Commander. That's a game that needs to come back.
Northgard.
The
It's like a
RTS.
strategy game, I guess. Ooh, Sparklight. This looks good.
Wow.
Very pretty.
Zelda.
Another pixel art. This is similar to the first game they showed on this direct.
Munchkin.
Wow.
In Quacked Cast.
I didn't know they made
Gauntlet.
not tabletop games.
Wow. My brain's already turned to mush and I can't remember anything.
In the
I'm
overload.
afraid our video is coming to an end. On behalf of Nintendo, I'd like to thank all the developers for bringing their awesome games to Nintendo Switch.
I'd love to say goodbye, but guess what?
Oh.
We've got one more.
Oh,
thing to
they're
show
doing the
you.
one more thing. Oh shit.
Take a
I
look.
was about to turn it off.
Breath
Here
of
we
the
go.
Wild 2 is now an indie game. Oh wait, I might have been right.
It's now a 2D action adventure game.
Oh, Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, is this the?
This
Mic
is another one of
drop
those
moment.
Xbox only games.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
that was a rumor, wasn't it? Some kind of like crazy. This was the game that everyone wanted on Switch.
Hmm. Also a character
Oh
in...
shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit! Man, it's real.
Nintendo bought Microsoft. This game does look dang pretty. Ori is also a playable character in Rivals of Athens.
What?
Yeah, I'll probably get this game. It looks real pretty.
People are finally going to play this game now. It sounds strange.
Yeah.
If you thought there was no reason to buy an Xbox, you were right. I'll never get used to Microsoft Game Studio being in Nintendo Directs.
Right?
September 27th.
Man. Thanks, Bill Gates. Thanks
Yeah,
for giving us all your good games.
He coded that himself. Halo Infinite, now a Switch exclusive.
Right.
Confirmed right here in the Nintendo Indies.
Holy shit. Okay then. Cool.
So, any highlights? Anything that stood out that you're like, gotta buy an indie game now?
I think that 3D pixel game with like the guy from Up.
Oh, Tourist or...
Yeah, I think that's definitely the highlight from this one. And obviously Ori. But that goes without saying. That's like Cuphead, isn't it?
Yeah.
No one remembers what else was announced during that Cuphead Direct. It was like, yeah, there was probably one game, but then everyone forgot it as soon as Cuphead came up.
It's fun. There was one game shown in the highlight reel of like all the other ones they don't want to talk
Yeah.
about, and I can't remember what the name was, but I'm like, I have to go track it down. It was like, it looked like pre-rendered backgrounds, and a bunch of puzzles. Like I used to play loads of games like that when I was a kid, and I'm like, hey, I could play that. So I'll track down and see what that was and find out later.
Yeah.
How about you, Ty? What are you gonna load your Switch up with?
Oh, whatever random stuff we get a review code for.
Yeah.
I'd play Hotline Miami if it was on my Switch right now.
Man, and what you said might get a review code for that, so that could happen.
Oh, it would be nice.
Cool. That Toy Soldiers thing, I would like to see a little bit more of that, actually. It looked, well made. And it was
That actually just made me really want to play Toy Commander on the Dreamcast. I completely forgot about that game, and now there's a gaping hole in my heart.
there you go. Oh, I think Adam has been commenting on all of the games that came up. Adam seemed 3D Dot Hero. Oh yeah, 3D Dot Hero, 3D Dot Game Hero. That Zelda kind of 3D voxel game on the PlayStation like a few years ago.
Oh yeah, there was
You want to say
Trine
that?
and Dungeon Defenders. That looks pretty good.
Yeah. Right then. Cool. Should we move on to the other super amazing special feature that we have in this episode? The best episode ever. Let's do it. So yeah, the next super special feature we have lined up is one that I totally had planned, for months and months, and finally getting around to do it, and didn't just whip it up 3 minutes before the episode. Yeah, the Super Nintendo Online, because like in the Japanese section, the Super Nintendo controller patent thing. So Super Nintendo Online is finally happening. So I thought I'd ask you guys, what are the top 5 first-party and top 5 third-party games you would like to see come to that service? Remember the NES games and Famicom games, you can actually play multiplayer online together, right? So games that you can play with other people would make more sense for this, but whatever, single player, it's all good. So yeah, I'll start. Did you all add yours? Oh yeah, you did. Cool.
We're professionals. We filled in our list weeks ago.
Yeah,
right.
I got to fill in mine last, so I got to pick wild cards instead of repeating you guys.
Okay, let's go. Let's do our first party top 5 first. So my first party top 5, probably to nobody's surprise, is Stunt Race FX.
Never heard of it.
Fucking love that game.
I've literally never heard of that game.
This is the 3D polygon racing game on Super Nintendo that is actually genuinely a good game. And if that runs at more than 8 frames a second and you can play a 2-player online, that'd be fucking amazing. They have 3D. Well, they've got Star Fox and Star Fox 2 on the Super Nintendo Mini, right? So they've got over their fucking fear of 3D FX games. So I could see this coming. And then on top of that, Star Fox, the original Star Fox. I don't know if they would put Star Fox 2 on there. I mean, I'd like to say Star Fox 2, but I have a feeling they want to keep that as like a quote-unquote exclusive to the Super Nintendo Mini. But who knows? And then I'd want Donkey Kong Country 1. I kindly only put 1 because I thought I'd let someone else, choose the other ones.
The better one.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a soft spot for the first one because it was like, it was a Christmas present. I have fond memories of that Christmas. And then Super Metroid, obviously, and Yoshi's Island, obviously, because they're great games. But yeah, I think, yes, for multiplayer, like online multiplayer, Stunt Race FX would be fan-dabby-dozy. Ty, what you got for first party?
Well, if it counts, Donkey Kong Country 2, which
right.
is way better than Donkey Kong Country 1.
It is.
Yep. So I put that there. It's possibly the best Super Nintendo game.
Holy shit, shots fired.
Yeah.
I've played more of 3 than 2, but 2 is definitely that's a tasty game.
It's God tier. All right. What else? Tetris Attack.
That's a good one. That's a good
dude. That's some good versus gameplay right there.
Oh, and I actually played that as a Patreon exclusive stream, like during season 2. Friend of the show, he has to get a mention.
Oh yeah.
Screen now.
Hell yeah.
We played Tetris Attack online together, using methods that are not official, and we had a good time.
You got an early build of Nintendo Switch Online?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sairus.
Exclusive.
And it is a really fun game.
All right. What else? Super Mario RPG. Great game.
Never heard of it.
So you'd be on board for this one.
Gino for Smash.
Nah, fuck him. That character actually sucks, and I'd never use him. So there's that. I don't. What is people's fixation on that character?
I have no idea. Like James, I thought this game was made up. So.
All right. It's Super Mario Kart, which you guys somehow neglected to put on your list. Jesus Christ, what were you thinking?
I thought I'd leave off the super obvious ones.
I've never played Super Mario Kart.
What the fuck?
No, you had what?
No,
kidding.
no, like I played a very limited pool of Super Nintendo games.
All right, dude.
Well, that would be awesome online, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So,
And Kirby's Avalanche, which is
remind me of this one again.
it's a Puyo Puyo with Kirby character.
Oh, that
It,
one.
it might be U.S. exclusive. Like, I'm quite certain it never came out in Japan, and I don't know about Europe or Australia. It's really good. It's really polished and it's super fun. So check that game out.
Right.
Yeah. So for Cyrus's top 5, we had Zelda: Link to the Past, of course,
Obvious.
like you can't not put this on everything because it's the best.
Right.
This one I'm not sure. I said Mario All Stars because technically it's one game, but it's also 5 games. So just pick any game on that, and that's fine with me. They're all the best Mario games.
Well, I think Nintendo likes to pretend that they never released All Stars with Mario World.
That's the one I had.
No, it doesn't exist. I don't think Nintendo allow that to exist anymore. They're slowly trying to make people forget about it.
So
but yeah, it did exist, yeah. But wasn't it only a pack-in if you bought it with the hardware or something like that, right?
That's the one. My Super Nintendo came with All Stars with World in it.
Could you ever buy it? Like, you could never buy it just like in a box, right?
I have no idea.
Man, I seem to remember this red box, like Mario All-Star, like red box with Mario World, but yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know.
If
any idea?
Is that a Europe thing? It was pack-in the U.S. for quite a long time.
Right.
Which is a pretty amazing pack-in. Like,
yeah, it was pretty good.
Out of those, if I had to pick one, probably Mario World or Mario 2, because Mario 2's got co-op.
Yeah.
Then I had a different game here, but I switched it to Star Fox 2. Because kind of the exact opposite reason of James was that James said that they want to keep it as an exclusive. I would say it would actually be to like tip people over the edge into buying a subscription. Would be play Star Fox 2 because you weren't one of the 10 people who got a Super Famicom Mini.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Okay, I think someone is drilling here, so I'm gonna mute and you go ahead with your games for a bit.
So I was just looking to see if Mario All Stars plus World was ever released. Apparently, it was released in Europe and North America, but never released in Japan.
Huh.
But as for like standalone, not sure about that. Don't think it was. So we are moving on to third party. Hold on to your asses, boys. This is where it gets crazy.
All right.
So yeah, my choices are NBA Jam, probably Tournament Edition.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, Tournament Edition.
Yeah, because that had that had a whole bunch of cool extra stuff, right?
That Muggsy Bogues.
And that will be an amazing game to play online together.
Yeah, dude.
Another one is Cybernator. I don't know if anyone like remembers this game, but it was like incredibly hard, but like incredibly fun, like platformer shooter game where you played as like a robot.
Yeah, I remember the name, but I've never played it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's by Konami.
So good.
Did this game have any different titles in different regions?
No, it's Cybernator everywhere. I think you're thinking of like Contra and Probotector.
Yeah, or some other games.
No, but
that's I'm looking at some clips here, and I remember seeing this like in magazines, but never played it.
It has amazing music. It took me so long to complete this game. Like I must have like got to the last level so many times, but that moment when I fucking finally nailed it is so good. It's a brilliant game, and it'd be a lot easier with save states, like to save at the beginning of each world, because this is a brutally hard game. Like you die, that's it, back to the beginning for you.
I should play it.
It's one of those games. Oh, Ty, you would fucking love it, man. It's so good. Yeah. And just like the animation, like you're playing like one of those. Well, it's on the screen. It's quite small, but like the way they set it, like they have like tiny little humans running around on screen, so you have the feeling of like that you are big.
Nice.
And you can like slide along the ground. You can like double jump. Fire in all directions, and like just like the animation is just so good. Like it just makes you feel like a fucking badass.
Nice.
So yeah, Cybernator. That's only a single player game though. My other one for multiplayer, Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Yeah,
That's,
I would have put that as my number one.
Yeah. Well,
Probably.
I was gonna put Killer Instinct, but I thought I'd let you do that, but then you didn't do that.
Too
Yeah,
slow.
I'll let Sairus do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would have been Killer Instinct or that one. Yeah, so Turtles Tournament Fighters, yeah, that's just an amazing one-on-one fighting game. In case you didn't know,
People still play it. People still play it. There's a scene for it. I bet there's a Discord. Pretty sure there is.
The other one, kind of a wild card, Uni Rally or Uni Racers in some regions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you mean Uniracers? That's a fun game.
Yeah, Uni Racer. Yeah, it might have been one of those games that has like a different name in every region.
Yeah,
it's one of those, or wasn't released in Japan, something like that. But yeah, basically plays like a unicycle. It's like super like basic looking game, but like the nuances of how you control it, it's amazing. Like you're basically doing loop the loops and you're using the triggers.
It's kind of like a combination of like running through loop the loops in the old 2D Sonic games and playing Excite Bike,
but actually good.
Yeah.
It's like a Sonic game, but actually good, and it's a racing game form. Yeah, it's and done by, I think it's DMA, like AKA
that's right,
Rockstar. So yeah, it's
true,
fucking amazing. And then last one, kind of probably never going to happen, but I just put it down anyway. Adventures of Batman and Robin, which is based on the animated series, the amazing animated series. It's basically a 2D action adventure game with some like puzzle and kind of like detective work thrown in there. But it's basically just a beautifully animated 2D scrolling beat 'em up adventure game.
Yeah, and it also takes advantage of like some crazy scaling and stuff too.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before on the show.
Yeah.
I think Danny, if you remember him, he
Who?
gushed about it for a while.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's got that crazy roller coaster level.
Yeah,
yeah. The Joker fight is on a roller coaster. It's it's great. Yeah, you fight all the villains and everything. It's amazing. So yeah, Ty, your third party.
All right. Are you ready for this? Okay, can you possibly guess what sort of haunted video games I've unearthed here?
Well, if it's not Killer Instincts, I have no idea.
All right, here we go. You got the Shoujo Senshi Sailor Moon S Shogai Ranto Shuyaku Soratsen.
That's what she said.
Okay, so this is
Ty's entire list, all 5 games.
Thanks for that, Ty. On to Sairus.
So the Sailor Moon game is making a big comeback. You finding it at events with fighting games now, and
up to 12 players. Big improvement on last year.
There's more than that now. So this game is wild. It's got some crazy technology. Who fucking developed it? I want to say it was like Arc System Works probably, but I don't actually know. But this game is alive and well, and that would be a wild game to put on your virtual console. All right, next, also a Super Nintendo game based on a popular 90s anime.
Mm-hmm.
Gundam Wing Endless Duel. This game is like a legendary fighting game, and it's the kind of thing like people are always looking for this cartridge, and it like a while ago it cost like $100 to get this game. Now it's probably like twice that. I don't know, but it's so good.
Who made it?
Bandai probably, or maybe it was Arc System Works. I don't know. They used to contract everybody all the time. Well, anyway, it's like a good fighting game.
Cool.
Yeah, dude. Let's see what else I got. Secret of Mana needs no introduction, but it does need to have a proper 3-player gameplay.
Ooh, that's tricky. I wonder if this SNES Online thing does happen, like, because like the NES Online only has 2-player. Well, NES games only have a 2-player, right? But like,
no, there are 4-player NES games.
So I wonder if they would up that to 4 for SNES. Like, because you probably got games like, like this or Bomberman or something like that, where you need like multi-tap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be
Yes.
cool if they did that.
Secret of Mana, same deal. Like, it's so lame to get it on like your SNES Mini, but you only get 2 players. Come on.
Right. And you could make money by selling a little mini multi-tap adapter or something, right?
Sell a mini multi-tap. That's cute.
Yeah, you slide it onto the rails on both sides of your Switch and slide 2 more Joy-Cons onto it.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Next game, Final Fight 3. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, give me a chance to finally play it. I'm in for this.
Yeah, it's good.
Right.
I believe it has 4 playable characters, and you can do like 2-player co-op simultaneous. So it's a really good beat 'em up game. It plays so well.
Oh, Ty, going back to Secret of Mana for one sec.
Yeah.
I believe they have already released the Secret of Mana collection, right?
Right.
Like the Game Boy one, the SNES one, and the sequel, Seeking Densetsu 3.
Okay.
They renamed it to, like, what was it? Something of Mana, like Legend of Mana or something like that.
Okay.
Is that already out or is it coming out? I can't remember.
I think the Japanese collection is already out.
Oh, that's been out for like 2 years, yeah.
Yeah,
but like
and the English one is coming out soon, maybe? Maybe August?
Oh, man, I thought it was already out. But anyway, yeah.
Is that a legit port, or did they fuck it up?
Apparently it's legit. I'm not sure about the 3-player, but yeah.
Okay, because you gotta have 3-player.
Yeah.
All right. One more game, personal favorite of mine. In Japan, it's Area 88. In the US, it's UN Squadron. Now, this is like a year one Super Nintendo game by Capcom, but it's like one of the best like Danmaku chip shooter kind of games ever made. It's so good.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like an arcade version, but it's like not the same game as the Super Nintendo one. It's like heavily remixed. And the Super Nintendo game they came up with is really good. It's super polished. It's so fun to play. And like the music and the animation is like, they just knocked it out of the park. It's so good.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard of Area 88. Never played it. Never seen it.
Yeah, give it a try.
That's where the aliens come from. Right then, Sairus.
Cool.
It's gone to your third party ones.
I'll finish off my first party too, because I have to cut that off quick.
Right.
So
Oh,
first
right,
party
yeah.
would be F-Zero. Just stick that on, remind Nintendo they still own that game.
I was going to say it's a chance to re-release like the Satellaview weirdo F-Zeros.
So yeah, I'd like to see that. Again, a game I've never actually played. I only played GX on the GameCube.
That's probably a lock. That'll be one of the...
Yeah.
If they do this, that'll be one of the first games to be on it.
Right. I hope it sells gangbusters, and then they decide to make a new F-Zero.
Yeah, but it'll be like a platformer, and they reuse the Captain Falcon model from...
It's going to be a visual novel based on the anime.
So my kind of like left field game, I'd like Super Scope 6 to be a virtual console game, or Switch Online, whatever.
That's not Yoshi's Safari, right? That's completely separate, right?
Yeah, it's when you bought the Super Scope, which is the big badass bazooka light gun that came with that you could get for the Super Nintendo. It came packaged with the game Super Scope 6.
Yeah, it was like 6 mini games.
Yeah, which until just before recording the show, I thought there were 5 other entries in that series of games, and I owned Super Scope 6, and I was like, man, I'd love to get the other 5 games, but it turns out Super Scope 6 was the only title, and they just had 6 minigames.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
it's a weird naming convention that didn't stick, did it?
Yeah, well, it was only like 12 games that you could use with the Super Scope anyway.
Yeah, I was tempted to put them on the list, but I didn't know how viable they'd be.
I figured since Duck Hunt is on the Switch Online already...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, sorry, not Duck Hunt. It's on the Virtual Console, I mean, already. That like
on the Wii or something, right? Or Wii U.
So, and since the Joy-Cons function like them, they could figure some way.
Yeah, they should do that for the NES Online, shouldn't they?
Right.
Shit.
By the way,
Yep.
Do you know the mech shooting game for the Super Scope? There was like Battle Clash, and then there
Yeah.
was the sequel, and the sequel had two-player versus. So one player would, use the Super Scope, and the other one would like do the moves on screen.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, like they should bring that back.
That's the first asymmetrical Wii U gameplay.
Yeah, dude.
Um, cool. Yes, that's my first party ones. My third party, my favorite game of all time, Mega Man X.
Cool.
That needs to come back. That, in my opinion, is the perfect platformer. It is just flawless, start to
What?
finish.
Did the Mega Man X collection come out on Switch?
It did. I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I've only dabbled into Mega Man X again. And I'm like, oh yes, this game is so good.
There you go.
So I'm
Tag
excited.
yourself. I'm Chill Penguin.
No, ho, ho. Um, but so my number two is Micro Machines.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yeah, we were talking about multiplayer games. This I think would
Shit.
be like a shoe-in. It's just
Oh,
real
the
good.
SNES, yeah, the SNES version was really good as well. Do you guys remember the crazy ass Mega Drive version?
Where you flipped open the thing and you could plug two controllers into the cartridge.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
literally, it just had two sockets right into the cartridge. Like,
Yeah, I remember
crazy.
reading how it worked because the Mega Drive physically couldn't handle that many controllers. Like there wasn't internal like logistics for it.
Right.
So it just took half of the inputs from your controller because
Mhm.
Micro Machines didn't need many buttons.
Right. Yeah.
So you basically just used half of a controller, and then it fed the other half of your controller's inputs through the
Right.
cartridge to another
Exactly.
controller.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So
Kind of like what the Joy-Cons do now, right?
yeah, so it was so cool, and Micro Machines is just a good game. It's super good.
It
Like
is
even
great.
now,
I love Mega Machines.
I think the Super Nintendo one had a level designer too,
Wow.
if I recall. I can't fully recall, but I think it
I'm
might
not
have.
sure about that one, but yeah.
Another obvious choice would be Super Street Fighter 2 or Hyper Fighting. I don't know which one.
I would go with Hyper Fighting.
Yeah.
That's me.
I had Super, so that was the one I always went for.
Why did people like say Super is actually not that good on Super Nintendo? Is it like not a good port or something, or doesn't run that as well as Turbo or Hyper?
It kind of has like some janky issues that Hyper Fighting doesn't have.
Just like
Okay.
a revision balance patch and
Yeah.
fix the bugs that they couldn't do with a DLC patch. It's like, well, we found a
Right.
bug. We have to re-release the entire game.
That's right. $60 DLC.
Yeah. And now, as I stole it from Ty, would be Killer Instinct.
Word.
Oh wow!
So-
So you actually played the SNES one?
I got this for my birthday one year, and when you got like Rare used to do this. They came with the CD with the music.
Yeah.
So Killer Instinct had killer cuts,
Yeah, dude.
and I used to play Killer Instinct all the time in the arcade. And
Yeah.
my brother got this for me, but he only gave me the killer cut CD, and I was like,
Cool.
and I was still like, oh my god, the Killer Instinct soundtrack! This is the best birthday present ever. And then he like later gave me the full game like the next day, and he was like, I
that's
didn't
cute.
expect you to be so happy with the soundtrack, but here's the full game. And I was like,
Wow,
So-
that's amazing. Man, I think you
Nice.
just spoiled a future episode of the games that made us, haven't you?
I'll go into more detail then, but
Yeah.
I played a lot of Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo.
You know,
Same.
little known fact: Rare was porting Killer Instinct 2 to Super Nintendo as well. I don't know if
shit.
they finished it or not. It just kind of got tucked under wraps,
I thought it was
But-
coming to the Ultra 64.
right? Well,
The-
the Ultra 64 got pushed back, and they're like, okay, we can just release Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo and sell like 3 million copies or whatever. So they decided to do that, and they actually got started on Ki 2. I don't know if they might have finished it. Maybe they
That-
didn't. But
Man.
like, if they still have that,
That
Like-
would be a really cool, like, hidden, like, Star Fox 2 was already on the Super Famicom Mini, and, like, Killer Instinct 2 on,
I-
on Switch
Wouldn't
Online.
Microsoft have already released that though? Because like they've been pretty good about releasing
Yeah,
old stuff,
like
right?
if you bought like a Killer Instinct Deluxe edition, like you get Killer Instinct 1 and 2 arcade version.
Right. I guess Microsoft wouldn't own any Super Nintendo game
Yeah,
rights,
but
would
now
they?
that
Right? I
Nintendo
mean,
own
there,
Microsoft,
there would have to be some negotiations or whatever, but like Microsoft seems pretty buddy with Nintendo now. I don't think it'd be a big deal if they like, hey, we have this ROM we never released.
Right. Cool.
Let's go.
yeah.
Cyrus, that was your fourth, wasn't it? That was
Yeah, so my
got
last
one more?
one. This is the like you had Batman will never happen. I want
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Oh, good game. Good
The
game.
Super Nintendo Jurassic Park was like a weird top-down shooter, and then switched to a first-person perspective,
Right.
like Doom clone in different parts.
Right. Should we make a platformer or a first-person shooter? Yes.
Yeah. How about we make a side-scrolling platformer on the Mega Drive, and we make a top-down shooter / first-person shooter for the Super Nintendo, and a light gun arcade game, and back in the day when licenses just you did everything.
Yeah, it's like one of those games where you can see it, like how much more powerful the Super Nintendo was than the Genesis. Instead of like just making a Genesis game and then porting it to Super Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where like now every console is basically the same. There was a huge discrepancy back then.
We've got a little list from Adam Conforti, who's in the chat at the moment. He says, ActRaiser, Turtles in Time, Batman Returns. I'll go with that one. That's a good scrolling beat 'em up.
Oh yeah,
that I owned back in the day as well. That was really good. I think I've talked about it on the show as well. Why did we talk about all? I think one of our patrons chose it as a topic, wasn't it? Like comic book games or something like that.
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I think that was why we were talking about those. And then kind of a wild card, Primal Rage.
I almost put that on my list. That game's good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Also, the possible sequel never released. Primal Rage 2, get that on NSO.
Get it on anything. Weapon Lord. I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, that game kicks ass.
Is that a one-on-one fighting game?
Yeah, it is, and it had it was had some really cutting edge features like optimization for net play.
Oh shit!
On the X-Fan mode. It was the lead on it was how do you say his name? Is it D. James Goddard, who worked with Capcom for a while. He's the guy that designed DJ, and now he works at Microsoft, and he's one of the head guys on Killer Instinct. So he has like this long-term fighting game pedigree, and I would recommend on YouTube look up Fighterpedia, a Weapon Lord episode, and it's really amusing to watch.
Nice. And then Adam also goes for Demon's Crest.
Oh, cool! That's
that one.
The Gargoyle game.
Yeah, it's a Gargoyle's
Demon's
Quest
Quest.
game.
Yeah.
And then Secret of Evermore, which was that the only European exclusive RPG?
It came out in the US.
Oh, it did. What was the one that didn't come out in the US?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I
Lost
remember the
Viking.
box art for Secret of Evermore. That
Yeah,
red
it kind of
book.
sticks out.
Yeah, red one. It's like, yeah. And then Lost Vikings, another good choice. I played that.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Like ActRaiser and Lost Vikings are games I frequently list on this sort of thing.
Lost Vikings, like Trine, I guess. You got like the 3 characters with different abilities.
Yeah, mostly a puzzle game.
And then Chrono Trigger, well, that's more up to Square, isn't it?
Yeah.
And but they do have some third-party games on the Netflix, as some people like to call it.
That's pretty
That's
clever.
on the Switch. Yeah, I kind of like that. So the Netflix service that they have right now, there are a few third-party games, not that many. Like the last 2 that they kind of released, kind of a bit wild, kind of good ones. I've forgotten what they are now, but people say they're good. But yeah, mostly shitty first-party games, unfortunately.
Yeah, like I know the NES has some classic games, but when I was looking at this list, it's like, man, the Super Nintendo had such a library of amazing games.
It's harder to go wrong with SNES games, isn't it? Yeah, you can go wrong so many ways with the NES, but
and I find when I went back to play NES games, like you have to kind of dig to find the fun in them. You're like, oh, I remember playing this as a kid and it was fun then,
right,
but
5 minutes later,
yeah,
you're already playing something else.
yeah. Whereas like Super Nintendo, they were good games then, they are still good games now.
That's right. All right, boys, thanks for that. That was good times. So fingers crossed that 1% of those come true, and we'll have some good times.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wrap this shizzle up with a few feedbacks. Let's do it. All right, just a few YouTube comments, nothing too crazy because we're running long today. 2 hours, holy crap. So our boy Maths on YouTube says, bruh, thanks, I'm playing Captain Toad for free. With a little smiley face there. So you're welcome. That
Danny
was the
gave
video
some hot
showing.
tips.
Yeah, I kind of got me thinking actually, because that video is very time sensitive. It's already completely worthless watching it now because it's Captain Toad is no longer available for free. But if Nintendo do keep doing this and they do have different games in Japan and the West, that video might become relevant again because if you want to play the Japanese game trials game on top of the Western one.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's good info to have. Go check it out and set up your accounts ahead of time.
That's right. Another one from Wavy Crockett Jizzball.
Nice name.
Stop reading these names out.
Oh,
read them in
God.
your mind before you read them with
shit.
your voice.
Yeah, I
Beast
couldn't.
or 20.
This is from some gameplay that we captured at TGS last year. Minoria, it's a little indie game. He says he hates the art style in this one. They should have expanded upon the Memora. RUTM. I don't know what that game is. But anyway, I don't know if Minoria is even out yet, actually. We played that last year.
Just had a trailer a few weeks ago, so.
Oh, yeah? Okay, cool. Got a very long one. I'm not going to read this out, but Pluok the Dragon Productions. He says, clears throat. Hey, Famicast. I'm trying to analyze your review of Sega Ages Virtua Racing for mistakes and things you forgot. Anyway, I have a few things. And then he goes on and lists like all these kind of crazy, tiny little niggly things. But yeah, I'll just forward that to Danny because he's the one that reviewed it.
Right.
Put it into his grave before that last shovel
Right,
of dirt
yeah.
goes on top.
Exactly.
It is possible to get out of the wizard's dungeon with the key.
That's right. Moving on. This is from Danny's video that just went up, the 3DS Virtual Consoles one. So this is pretty new and relevant. He says he really wanted the Dragon Quest games to come to the West. Hopefully, if Dragon Quest 11 does well on Switch, with all the hype from Smash and all the marketing it's been getting, we'll hopefully get them on the Switch sooner rather than later. So yeah, could happen. Dragon Quest. People like the Dragon Quests. Next one, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Uh-oh.
Come on, we needed it. Actually, we're getting slightly different comments now. With the new Switch, with the new GPU or whatever. Who's those guys that fucking test like frame rates
Digital
and all
Foundry?
these games? Yeah, they did one on the new Switch GPU, and they overclocked the Switch because you can overclock the GPU and the CPU, and you can actually get like higher frame rates in certain games now. He says maybe with the new Switch GPU, it will actually be able to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey itself on the Switch, like natively instead of over the cloud. If I can get over it, guys.
Not a chance.
It's not happening. And last one, somebody asking about how much Power Pro Baseball costs on Switch. I don't know. Ask Danny. Danny hasn't replied because he's out of the country. What an asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Yeah, keep the comments coming on the YouTube channel or at the Famicast on Twitter. But yeah, let's wrap this baby up. So, if you want to follow us on Twitter, I've got the Got the details here.
Oh,
If you
wow,
want to give
this
us
is
feedback,
fancy.
at the Famicast, or send us an email, thefamicast@gmail.com. If you've got a long question or comment or story about your life, feel free to send it in. And here are our Twitter handles. If you're not watching the video, then we're going to have to read them out, aren't we? Danny's not here, so I'm not going to read his out. In fact, yeah, we should edit that one. I'm just going to delete Danny from that one. So my Twitter handle is @FamiComplicated. And Ty, what's yours?
Super Cat Drugs.
There it is.
And you can find Sairus at Celsci with C and an
There it
S.
is. It all fits nicely on one line now without Danny.
Yeah, everything's better without Danny.
Wow.
That might end up being the episode title.
He said he's watching, by the way.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, he's
I don't
watching from on high.
That's right. Looking down upon us, or looking up at us, depending on how you think of it. Okay, I'm going to end the show with the DLC view. From me, JC, I'm out.
Noted, this also only works without Danny.
Yeah, exactly. 4 players.
Well, let me get centered.
That's right.
I need
Cyrus,
Sponsored by
flashing-
Majora's Mask.
Cyrus, say something flashy to sign yourself out of the DLC
I'm the
view.
best guy on the show. Catch you later.
Ty?
No, I'm the best guy. It's me. I'm number 1.
So that was your show for end of August 2019. Until September, we're out. Peace.
Lates.
DLC camera's fun.
It is, right? It's like the Smash versus